And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Liam Lonsdale. We're here in Saas-Fee for our second finals of the evening. The men are back with us, and they're going to be putting in their 3 attempts for the gold medal at the first round of the 2018 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. This is a replay of that winning run from Ekaterina Feoktistova in the women's final just a few moments ago. She takes the first gold medal of the season here in Saas-Fee, finished really, really strong, and with the fastest time of 10.61 seconds. Here's our first male athlete in bib number 45 from Finland is Pauli Salminen. Finishes his first run in 14.79 seconds. Great to have everybody on board all over the world. Why not let us know where you're tuning in from? Drop it in the comments box, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, etc. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and you think you might know somebody who is also watching, who might enjoy it, then why not share it with them? Oh, Madi Takikani of Iran there, falling at the first hurdle. He still has 2 more attempts. As I was just saying, do feel free to share the broadcast with friends, family, and the like if you think that they might enjoy watching this too. Next athlete and our first Swiss male is Samuel Clavien. In fact, he's our only Swiss male this evening. We've got 6 nations represented in this men's final. Finland, Iran, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, France, and of course Russia. Sam Clavien in bib number 70 moving really well there. Finishing in 16.31 seconds. We've got people tuning in on Facebook from New York City. Great to have you guys on board over there on the other side of the Atlantic. Bib number 77 is our first Russian of the evening, and it's of course Alexei Tomilov. Alexei Tomilov, a very familiar name on the scene. He's been competing for many, many years and has been a very consistent competitor, taking medals in multiple locations. Oh, and the ice just breaks there under the right hand and he's unable to recover it. No time logged there for Tomilov in his first attempt. See that again. Here we go again, this time wearing bib number 89. It's Andreas Gantner of Liechtenstein. Just getting that left axe stuck, but managing to keep his pace going. Looking pretty strong for that finish, and he finishes in 11.09 seconds. That's going to put him into first place so far. Great start from him. Very warm welcome to people tuning in from Pittsburgh. We've got people tuning in from London, East Kilbride, South Africa, Arkansas and Paris. It's a truly global affair here in Saas-Fee tonight. Next up is Nikolai Kuzovlev in bib number 68. The Russian won in Chamonix just a few weeks ago, taking the European Cup medal, and you can see why. Look at that pace as he rockets up the top of that wall, catches himself with the left hand and finishes in 10.98. That's going to put him straight into first place. Nikolai Kuzovlev took a gold medal in Durango last year. He took gold medal in Saas-Fee back in 2016. He is a very talented athlete. Let's see if he can keep that lead up through all 3 attempts. If you are just joining us, the athletes have 3 attempts at this wall. The fastest attempt wins. If you fail on an attempt, you are not disqualified. It just doesn't log. It logs as a DNF. Bib number 66 now is Kirill Kolshegoshev. World number 4, finishing in 11.67. That's a good start for him. Puts him into 3rd place. Earlier this evening we had the women's final where Katarina Feoktistova took first place, Katarina Kosheva took second, and Katarina Glazanova took third. All the Ekatarinas on the podium. Next up, in bib number 98, wearing that French vest, is Nathan Claire. He was 6th in Chamonix just a few weeks ago, fails to finish on his first attempt. Can write that one off as a warm-up. Still has 2 more attempts to log a fast time. Our second Iranian male of the evening is Rad Beheshti Mohsen. He's moving really well through that lower section, just stumbles. Oh no! Showed great promise there, Mohsen. Very, very good indeed. It's a DNF for his first attempt. But if he can keep that pace up all the way up the wall without falling off, we could be in for something really special there. Look at that, he was moving so well. Whoa. Denied at the last second. If you haven't watched ice climbing speed before, be warned, it can get gory. Those picks and crampons are so sharp, and one slip can mean that a misplaced pick goes through a hand or an arm or a leg. It's not uncommon. So far this evening we've had no injuries. Maxim Vlasov finishes his first run in 9.78 seconds, blasting him straight up to the top spot and our first sub-10 second of the night. Look at that pace, stick it to the right-hand side of the wall. The first athlete we've seen this evening to do so. Boom. No messing. Next up is Vladimir Kartashev. Vladimir Kartashev is the current world #1. He's also the reigning world champion, and he finishes in 9.21 seconds. That's why he has those 2 titles. He won here last year in... Was it last year? Yes, it was last year. He won here. He took the gold medal. Took 4 silver medals last year as well. Finished first overall. Okay, next up, Leonid Malik. Current ranked world #3, had a great season last year. Leonid finished second here last year behind Kartashev. 9.01 seconds from him. That puts him straight up into first place. These Russians mean business this evening. This is looking like a stellar final. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some 8-second times as these guys really up the ante. Next up is bib number 65, Anton Nemov. Only competed once last year, taking 7th in Chongsong. Got really open hips there in that style, really clawing away with those feet, powering through with those arms. Approaches the finish, and even with the stumbles, oh no! 3 big stumbles means he finishes with an 11.12, but it looked like he might have even got a sub-9 second time had he not stumbled there. We'll have to stay tuned to see if he can do that in his next attempts. If you do have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments box. We'll do our best to answer them here. If you have a question after the competition's finished, then you can contact me directly using Instagram on @Liam Lonsdale. I'll be happy to answer your questions when I get a chance. Oh, number 82 there. Igor Trapeznikov, world #5, just stumbling and falling on his first attempt. DNF for him in this first run. Psych up tunes from the DJ here. One thing that Saas-Fee is famous for is not just the climbing, but it's also the party. 2 parties, one tonight and one tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big one. Tonight's what they call the losers party, for the climbers that didn't qualify for the semis and the finals tomorrow. Definitely not losers though. do amazing. Ivan Spitz in there wearing bib number 83, just losing himself towards the end. DNF for him. Now, first place qualifier wearing bib number 59, a bit of an upset. I say an upset, it's awesome to see. Iranian climber Mohammad Reza Safdarian qualified in first today. He also qualified for semi-finals and lead tomorrow. He hasn't found his pace on his first run, but he'll be looking to refine that, pick up the pace for his second one, finishing the first with 12.42 seconds. Excellent work there from all the athletes, and that marks the end of our first rotation. So now we go back to the beginning, back to Pauli Salminen in bib number 45. And we go for another rotation of our 16 male finalists. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, then feel free to tag us on your social media posts. Use the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. Pauli Salminen looking much stronger on his second run, finding a better pace, better action, little stumble in the middle, but finishes in 10.61 seconds. Very respectable there from the Finn. Excellent work there from Pauli Salminen. 4 Finnish athletes with us in Saas-Fee today, 2 men, 2 women. Pauli is the only male to qualify. We had both females qualifying, both Eni Bertling and Mira Alhonsro were in the women's speed final earlier. Okay, next up is Madi Tagikani of Iran. Going for the fast feet and slow hands option, looking to pick up that pace now. Not proving quite the fastest method at the moment, but finishes in 12.89 seconds. Good to log a time because he did fall on his first go. Bib number 70 is Sam Clavian. The Swiss crowd really getting behind him. Falls, unfortunately, Sam Clavian. DNF for him. Bib number 77 is up next. And it is, of course, Alexei Tomilov. Took a silver medal back in Bozeman in 2016 season. There he goes. Alexei Tomilov finishing there, which gives him an 11th place. Next climber out will be Andreas Gantner of Liechtenstein. His first run was 11.09. Moving really well, Andreas Gantner. Let's see if he can keep that pace up. Boom, good finish. A little bit slower than his first run, but I reckon he's got a faster one in him. 11.86 seconds there from the guy from Liechtenstein. Next up is Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia. Finished 8th overall last year, also a talented lead climber. Took a couple of medals in the lead comp, but look at the pace that he's found on this run. Absolutely flying on that wall. Oh, and he just stumbles, but does manage to tag the top. 9.32 seconds for him. That's going to put him into 3rd place. But I reckon we can start to expect a sub 9 second time. Both Leonid Malik and Vladimir Kartashev very, very close to tagging that in. Bib number 66 now is Kirill Kolshagashev. He tagged 11.67 in his first run. He's world number 4. Let's see if he can keep that pace up now. Come on, Kirill Kolshagashev, big tag. 11.08. He does better his first run, but it's not going to be enough to see him on that podium yet. Currently sitting in 6th place. Powerful movement from Kolshagashev. Next up is France's Nathan Claire. There he is, wearing bib number 98. Logged a DNF on his first attempt. Oh, and he's just struggling again on his second. Just needs to log a time now. Come on, big guns. Oh, slips again, but holds it on the left hand. Great recovery. Oh, and now he's out of there. Too many falls, just tiring work. That's a second DNF there for Nathan Claire of France. Next up in bib number 62 is Beheshti Radmozen of Iran. Oh, and it's just, does he hold it? It looks like he's held it. Tags the top in 13.38 seconds. Better than his first run of a DNF. There's great style, but you just see a couple of slips with the feet and a couple of pulls with the hand that just didn't quite sit well, cost him. Big fall in the middle, and he just managed to catch himself. Next up in bib number 81 is Maxim Vlasov. Top 6 athletes in this competition, all Russian. Only first place qualifier Mohammad Reza Sardarian isn't. He's Iranian. Great to see so many strong Iranians in this speed final, the first of the season. Great finish there, 9.91 seconds for Maxim Vlasov. Slightly slower than his first run. Currently sitting in 4th place. Next up, we have Vladimir Kartashev, current world number 1, current world champion. He'll be wearing bib number 69, and there he is, yellow top, beige trousers. There goes Kartashev. Moving really, really well in that lower section. Oh, just stumbles, but manages to collect it with that big movement of the left arm. All the way to the top. Oh, and he finishes in a sub-9. Our first of the evening. 8.98 seconds from the Russian rocket, Vladimir Kartashev. Amazing work there. Amazing. Now, he's set down the gauntlet for Leonid Malik. Leonid beat Kartashev's time first time. Can he do it second time round? Can we see another sub-9 second time? Okay, there's Leonid Malik. And that stumble at the start is going to really cost him on this second run, but look at the pace that he's throwing down to try and recover. Even with a second fall, it's not going to be enough to top out, and he knows, doesn't waste his energy, just finishes. 11.04 seconds for Leonid Malik. Now means that he sits in 2nd place. Slips down to 2nd after that first run. Vladimir Kartashev, has he done enough? There's still one more run to go. Kartashev's definitely going to lay down a faster time in that 3rd and final run to really bolster that 1st place. And the next climbers are going to want to take it from him. There's Anton Nimov, bib number 65 of Russia. He's currently sitting in 8th place. Can he tag? Oh, look at that! 9.1 seconds. That puts him up into 3rd. Great progression on his first run of 11.12 seconds. If you are experiencing technical difficulties, we do apologise. We're very grateful for your patience. The technical team are doing their very best to fix it as we speak. Great finish there from bib number 65, Anton Nimov. Now, Igor Trapeznikov of Russia looks to take the podium place as well. He's powering up the wall, gets the left hand stuck. Will it be enough? Oh, he misses the top! Heartbreaker! Absolute heartbreaker. He was looking so fast there. Not ideal for Igor Trapeznikov. That's 2 DNFs in a row. He's going to have to rely on his 3rd and final attempt. He'll go all out
Aus Russland, Ivan Witznik. Jahr 93.
There's bib number 83, Ivan Spitsin. He started with a DNF. Let's see if he can better that this time. All he has to do is get to the top. And he's looking strong. 9.78 seconds for him. That's enough to put him into a joint 5th place with bib number 81, Maxim Blazov. We have one more athlete to go in this second rotation, and that is of course Iran's Mohammad Reza Safdarian. There we go. Oh, big fall in the middle. Oh, 2 big falls. Not ideal for Mohammad Reza Safdarian.
Zum dritten Mal für Finnland, Pauli Salminen. Applaus für Finnland. Pauli Salminen.
So now we go all the way back round to a 3rd rotation.
Pauli, go, go, go.
First climber in the rotation is Finland's Pauli Salminen. Bib number 45, his fastest time so far this season is 10.61 seconds. But his 3rd and final run will be a DNF or a did not finish. Just seeing the ice become a little bit more brittle as the temperature drops. Very, very cold inside this car park, or parking lot, depending where you're watching from. Outside it's somewhere in the region of -5 Celsius. In here it's somewhere between -10 and -15. It's very, very cold indeed. Doesn't get any sun and it has no heating. There's bib number 60, Madi Tagikani. Big finish from him required, and he finishes in 12.86. Betters his previous best time of 12.89 by 0.03. That is not enough to see him inside the top 10. Great effort from Iran's Madi Tagikani. Now here's Switzerland's Samuel Clavier. Oh no, he manages to catch it. He doesn't manage to catch it. He's out of there. 2 DNFs and a 16.31. It's not the finish he was hoping for. There's no fairy tale final for Samuel Clavier. Next up, our first Russian of the 3rd rotation is Alexei Tomov. There goes Alexei Tomilov. Alexei moving really well, but not quite fast enough. 12.59 seconds for him. His previous 2 attempts he had a DNF, so he needed to just get a time in the bank there.
Andreas Katzner. 11,09 Sekunden sind zu unterbieten. Der dritte Versuch.
Next up, in bib number 89, Andreas Gantner. He's looked promising all evening, but just hasn't quite had the best run that he could have yet. Let's see if he can do better this time. Still not that great on his feet, but very, very powerful in those shoulders. Big finish from him. 12.25. Not quite fast enough there. Wearing bib number 68 is Nikolai Kuzovlev. Looking really, really solid in those first moves. Oh, look at that, another sub 9 seconds. Kuzovlev lays down the gauntlet. and he is now sitting in first place. We knew he had it in him, but we weren't quite sure whether or not it was going to be his night. Well, I'm going to say it is looking like it's his night. That's got him a podium place so far. Obviously these are all provisional because all the climbers after him could log faster times theoretically, but an 8.56 second finish from Nikolai Kozlovlev is an excellent, excellent effort. Another Russian athlete out now is Kirill Kolshegoshev. Not quite had the best evening. 2 +11 second times. But that one was better, 10.19 for him. Puts him into 7th place. Next up is Nathan Claire of France. Another DNF for Nathan Claire. 3 DNFs in a row, not what he wanted. Sometimes that is how it goes. Now look at that, the Iranian Rad Mosen is moving really well. Those lower moves. Oh, but another little stumble that's going to cost him. Finishes in 10.33, that's his best time of the evening. 3 seconds faster than his previous best time. Next climber will be Maxim Vlasov of Russia. There he goes. Good finish from him. That's a 9.78 seconds. That's another sub 10 second time. The Russians really finding their flow now. Not fast enough for a podium. We need sub 9 seconds now for podiums. 3 guys all with sub 9s. Bib number 81, Maxim Vlasov, logged his sub 10. Very consistent. 3 sub 10 second times for him this evening. And there is Vladimir Kartashev, currently in 2nd place behind Kozlovlev. Was in 1st place, and that stumble's going to cost him. He knows that's going to cost him. Very disappointing for him. The best he can have now is 2nd, and he just has to sit back and wait to see what Leonid Malik can do, who currently sits in 3rd place. He was having a really good run, but watch that left hand. Left hand just skipped out at that last second. That cost him the opportunity to take the 1st place away from Nikolai Kozlovlev, who currently is only looking like he can be beaten by this guy, Leonid Malik, bib number 84. Here he goes. Gets off to a really good start, Leonid Malik. Can we see another sub 9 second time from him? Got to be a big finish. Here he goes, boom! Oh, he stumbles! No way! Another big stumble. That's 9.27 seconds for him. And that means that he will sit in 3rd place behind Vladimir Kartashev in 2nd and Nikolai Kozlovlev in 1st, unless something changes. There are 4 very fast climbers to follow, none of which have seen really good runs yet. Anton Nemov, Igor Trapeznikov, Ivan Spitsin and Mohamed Reza Safdarian all could do with finding their pace in this last run if they want to be in with a chance. Bib number 65, Anton Nemov's looking like he could be doing. Look at that for a finish, 8.81 seconds. That's going to bump Leonid Malik out of 3rd place and put Nimov into 3rd. Great effort from him. Sorry, no, that puts him into 2nd. He even bumped Kartashev down. We're really splitting hairs now. Very, very fine margins, splitting them by hundredths of a second. Bib number 82, Igor Trapeznikov, looking to find his best run of the night. So far, it's not been his night with 2 DNFs. That big stumble is going to cost him precious seconds, and another stumble's definitely going to see him out of there. Too slow, but great effort with a 10.44 second finish from world number 5, Igor Trapeznikov. 2 more athletes remain. 2 more athletes can really change that setup as it is. 3rd place currently is Vladimir Kartashev, the world number 1 and the world champion. 2nd place, Anton Nimov with a very fast final run. 1st place, Nikolai Kuzovlev with an 8.56 second time. Knew that he had it in him, just weren't sure if he would pull it out of the bag. Here's Ivan Spitsin. Another stumble low down, that's going to cost him, but he's moving well. Higher up on a stumble with the right arm. Big finish, 10.29. Not fast enough and not his fastest time of the night. No change to that top 3, Kartashev, Nimov and Kuzovlev. So it's all down to the Iranian, Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Can Reza do something special? Qualified in 1st place today. Can he find that form again? Let's see. Gets off to a good start. Keeps that pace going. Come on, Mohammad Reza, look at him go, he's moving really well, needs a big finish, that stumble's costing him. Oh, and 9.58 seconds, it's a sub 10, but he needed a sub 9. No change to the rankings, and so there we have it. The first men's podium of the 2018 season. In speed, in 3rd place, Vladimir Kartashev. In 2nd place, Anton Nimov, and in 1st place, Nikolai Kuzovlev. All 3 athletes Russian. The same in the ladies. In 3rd place was Ekaterina Glazunova of Russia. 2nd place, Ekaterina Kosheva. And in 1st place, it was Ekaterina Feoktistova. So we'll be having the medal ceremony in just a few seconds. But before we do, let me tell you about our competition tomorrow. We have got both men's and women's lead semi-finals and men's and women's lead finals, which will take place in the evening. Check on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to UIAA Mountains. That's the YouTube channel to check out. That will display the broadcast time in your local time zone. You can, of course, like the UIAA on Facebook, and you'll be notified every time we go live to make sure that you don't miss the action. If you have enjoyed it, then why not share the replay? Don't forget to comment on the broadcast, ask questions, shout out where you are in the world. Plenty of spectators here in Saas-Fee for the finals. We have the hashtag, of course, UIAA Ice Climbing. And you can always contact me directly using Instagram on @Liam Lonsdale. There are the rankings in the men's. Heavily dominated Russian top 8. Only Mohammad Reza Safdarian managing to penetrate that top section. And so the results will just be checked and verified by our judging team. And then we'll have our podium.